All right. 4/8/2025. This is my review of reading Ruth, the end of Ruth, 4:13 through 22, First Chronicles 2:9 through 55, First Chronicles 4:1 through 23, and First Samuel 1:1 through 8. Basically, the first part is even the end of Ruth is genealogy. Just got a lot of genealogy. We get to see that. Although, let's see, the part that really stuck out to me in the beginning was the Lord enabled um, Ruth to become pregnant. And then that actually was a very big blessing to Naomi. So um, that's cool. And then we get into lots of genealogy of names that, well, first we've got the genealogy of David. David is an important character. Can't wait to read about David. That's fun stuff. A lot of good wisdom and understanding there. But I'm interested in David's sister. Let's see. Abigail married a man named Jether, an Ishmaelite, and they had a son named Amasa. And I'm curious to see where that goes. I've not looked up. I'd have to look up Amasa. I didn't look that up. Where does that go? David's sister married an Ishmaelite. Again, more genealogy. What was that? I didn't read that. Let's see. When Hazran was 6 years old, he married Gilead's sister, the daughter of Maker. They had a son named Segub. Segub was the father of Jair, who ruled 23 towns in the land of Gilead. But Gesher and Aram captured the towns of Jair and took Cana and its 60 surrounding villages. Interesting. Well, more. It's ringing a bell, but I'm still not getting a lot from it. I know all scripture is useful for teaching, rebuking, so on and so forth, but I'm struggling. Yeah, lots of genealogy there, and then we get into First Samuel. We see the strife of Hannah, the second wife of Elkanah, and Hannah was barren, couldn't have children, and she was ridiculed by her rival, the other wife. Problems having more than one wife. It just doesn't work. Right, honey? Only one wife. Right, she says. I don't know why a man would torture themselves with such things. That got a rise. Anyway, we do see the beginning of that. And it's interesting that Hannah cried over that's not interesting. That's pretty much to be expected. She was tormented by Peninnah, and made her cry. And Elkanah would ask, "Why are you crying? Why be downhearted just because you have no children? Well, you have me. Isn't that better than having 10 sons?" Didn't even have him. He split his time with her. Interesting concept. It's not so with God. With Elkanah, he only had so much time, and he could only split his time between Hannah and Peninnah. And with Peninnah, he also had to spend time with her children, his children, which is his, so Hannah would only get some time. But with God, we get him all the time. He's always there, and he can be with each of us 100% of the time, and he is. He's everywhere. He's all powerful, all knowing, all time, all the omnis. So anyway, that's my revelation from this. God is all powerful, and he's everywhere, and he shares his time with all of us.